Good afternoon, my crafty friends. I'm here to show you a very simple, kind of country card. I was inspired to make this by my brother. We were born and raised with horses, and he still has very much to do with horses and his love for horses. So I made this lovely card using my favorite cardstock from and stamp from Close to My Heart. I will leave a link at the bottom where you can look through our catalog, online catalog, and if there's anything you see you like, feel free to put in an order. I will also leave all the measurements to do this in my blog, which I will leave a link to. First of all, I started with Colonial White for the base at 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4.25 and fold it in half, and that's my card base. Then I used, for my first layer, I cut it at 5.25 by 4, which I used with our Whimsical collection. I believe it's Jupiter. This is one of my favorite because, as I'll show you when I make the card, but it's a double-sided paper, and one side is just has a design on it. If you turn it around, it has the same design, only glossy. So I'll show you that. And then my sentiment, which reads, I was born country, and that's what I'll always be, like the rivers in the woodlands, wild and free. And that is for Alabama. The card set, the stamp set that I used was from our Country Born Seasons and Natures, D1543, Country Born. So let me get started, and I'll show you how to make this lovely, simple card. Okay, first of all, I take my paper and I use our edge distresser to roughen up the edge just a little bit so that it, I guess, looks a little more country. And basically you just edge around it, roughen it up, all the way around, as much or as little as you want. Been using it right. And you roughen up your edges. Don't use too much on the fold, but and a little bit on here. So I got that roughened. My Whimsical, I don't think I'm going to roughen that one up, but I am definitely going to. My top layer is our basic cashmere, and that I cut at 4.75 by 3.5, which again I will post on my blog along with a picture. So I stress this up. If you'll notice, our paper is white core, so after I stress it, I use a little bit of ink to stress it up a little bit better. And like I said, just very easy to use, just as much or as little as you want. So then we will put it together. Now my sentiment cut tag was actually cut from my Cricut, used from our, I believe it was the Philosophy cartridge. So first, I'm going to attach. This is the Whimsical that I was telling you. As you can see on this side, try to get the light out of the glare. On this side, you have just a pattern. When you turn it over to this side, now it really wants to glare because it's all right, when you turn it over on this side, it's the same pattern as you can see, only it's shiny. So let me put that on my card. Using my Teresa Collins, yeah. I think you really would find that you look through our book and our catalog for Close to My Heart. The paper is very sturdy, and if you own a Cricut, it cuts like it just cuts very good on the Cricut. Okay, now that I have that, I'm going to take this and I'm going to use some of our chocolate ink. It came right open for me. Okay. And I'm actually going to stress it a little bit with the chalk around the edges. I'm really, this is my first video, and hopefully not my last video. See how it comes out. Hopefully it'll be fine. These inks are a little tricky. You have to get your thumb in there just about right to open and close it. Yeah, and there we go. Now I'm going to, I think, yeah. I'm going to stamp it before I put it on. Now, all of our stamp sets, when you stamp, you should use something a little spongy. All of our stamp sets come with this little piece of kind of like foam thing. You just lay your paper on it. Let me see, I think you can see me. Just kind of lay your paper on it. I can make it a little bit brighter over this way. Yeah, lay your paper on it, and then pretty much what I did was I took this and I laid it on our block, centered it. Now, some of them you can tell it's been used a lot. Even though I clean it, some of them still going to keep a little on, but it doesn't matter what color you use, it's not going to come off on your next project. So now we're going to ink this up. Ink it up good. Hopefully, I won't have to edit this video. Hopefully it will come out. Ink it up. I kind of placed it down toward the bottom, along maybe 1/4 of an inch up from the edge, and tried to center it in the paper. Press down, good on it. Voila, very good. Then I use a little bit of our spritz. And I personally like to use baby wipes to clean it off. And I just kind of wipe it down, wiping the browns off. As you can see, it comes off. Like I said, this one stained a little bit because I use it a lot. It's one of my favorite. I have a friend that her daughter loves horses, and I made her a really nice birthday card, and she was just really thrilled with it. We also have this will also put your spray on it, and then just go over it with this, and it will get your color off for you. That takes care of that. So now what I did is put it away. The next part that I did was a little bit of shading in it. I just thought I wanted to use the grass to have a little bit of green, and so I used our exclusive inks are fabulous. This is New England Ivy, which I use for the grass, and the one that I used for the horse was chocolate. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to use a water pen and just kind of highlight some areas. Like I said, I like to just dip my sponge in here a little bit. And I just kind of highlighted a little bit around the horse, his mane. It just kind of shades it in. When you use a little bit of water with it, it will shade it in and just kind of bring it out a little bit. Just need little dabs here and there. Don't have to be a big quality painter to do this. And I just did a few in here, a few here. Just highlight and blend some of this in. And then I did along the tail. I said our inks are just wonderful. And we also have the markers, which you could shade in. But on this one, because I wanted to just make it kind of simple,